Really good. Okay, that's how you should feel at this time of year, like we're getting better and closer every single day as a team. For this group, we have really, really high aspirations for where this team can go. And so for us, obviously, there's a ton of stuff that we feel like we still need to get better at. But right now, in that locker room is a really happy locker room. They just got to talk to their head coach on FaceTime and brought a big smile to everybody's face in that room, in addition to winning by however much we won by. So it was a nice locker room.
Coach, I know this one isn't going to count in the record books, but how important was it to come out and play hard for Brooke tonight?
Absolutely. Okay. Two things. One, it was actually weirder for them to practice without her. Okay. The game is the game. They're out there. They're players. They're going to play. Okay. The practice, though, was the one that I was concerned with, the very first one without her, because at the time we didn't really know how she was coming out of surgery at that point, right? And then once we heard the news that she was good and everything was taken care of, and that she would be back soon, I mean, they were flying around and had one of the best practices that they've ever had as a team. So this game, it doesn't count. It's one that all of those guys are going to remember, though. And I'm really happy for them that they got a chance to do that and got a chance to see her afterwards.
Where'd you get the shirt?
I made this today. Okay, it's a legit, acting head coach move, man. I went and you don't have a lot of stuff to do when you're not an assistant anymore for a day. So I went to the mall and just like any regular person, went and gave him a picture of Brooke, and that's how they made it. I thought it turned out pretty good. It was a good one. Brooke didn't like it very much, but everybody else has a lot of compliments at least, to my face. So it's been good.
As one of the architects of this up-tempo style, we got a chance to ask a couple players and Brooke this a couple weeks ago, but how great has it been to go into a season where the majority of this roster knows this system, know what they're expecting to do, and there are no training wheels to start this season? Yeah,
this is how it should feel in year 2. Okay, we didn't like the way we finished the year offensively last year at all. It didn't feel good to any of us. Okay, not just me, right? Me and Brooke would talk during games at the end of the year when obviously we had injuries happen to us and stuff. We're not supposed to be scoring in the 60s. We're a team that scores in the 90s. That's just who we are. And so, yes, Tanaya Latson is back, and Omari Gordon is basically a new player, guys. Obviously you guys had just talked to her earlier. It's like picking up an all-ACC player in the portal. That's how different her game is right now. 2 reasons why. She's improved tremendously. She's healthy. That's really it. Okay, understanding of the system was always there. Same thing, her and T. Then you got KK, who's going to be herself all the time offensively. And then Sarah Bajetti's there as well. All right, you had the 4 major pieces from last year's team, returning. So that's what it should look like in year 2. And we play a style that's free and creative, and we've got some of the most free and creative players in the country and fastest players in the country on this team. So this is what this team will look like regardless of who we're playing.
You had a bunch of newcomers too, though. How do you feel like these 2 exhibitions helped to incorporate them into what you guys want to do?
I mean, Amaya Bonner is going to be one of the biggest portal prizes, and I thought this from day one. As soon as she got here, I thought she was under-recruited out of the portal. Okay, ended up signing her over Kentucky, so it's not like it wasn't like nobody wanted her. Okay, it was a hard signing, but Amaya knows it. She's in the right place and in the right system right now. And man, are we happy that we have her out there. Sakiah White is getting her feet underneath her as a player, but she rebounds like this. The way you've seen her rebound, this is how she does ever since she was born. Okay, that's a kid that gets 10 rebounds even if she's playing Pee Wee ball. Okay, Carla Viejas is one of the best shooters in the world. There's no question about that. We've seen it every time she stepped out there, and she's not even scratched the surface of what she's going to be for this team yet. You saw a little bit in the first half of what she could be, but I'm proud of all these. The new guys that we brought in mesh really well. Tuck will be a tremendous player. Alexis Tucker is a professional scorer, and you're going to see a lot of those guys play a huge role for these Noles, and that's what makes us deeper this year. That's what makes us more dangerous. You got 4 people out on the perimeter that can all shoot it. It's going to be fun because of the mix of the returners and those newcomers.
Just seeing how the preseason has gone so far, everything really clicking for the team. Because how eager has the team been just to get to the regular season with Charleston and then Tennessee further down the road?
Yeah, I think that honestly, it really helps them that they know that it's for real coming, but it's not just for real coming up on Monday. Okay, we got Tennessee at home next Thursday. Okay, and that's been in everybody's mind that okay, guys, yep, we've got a real game here on coming up on Monday, but it gets real quick. It's not just that. It's Florida, it's UCLA, it's Arkansas, and we did that intentionally. This is the type of team, if we want to be a national program, that's the kind of games that this team needs to play in. And so the schedule is what's getting them more excited, I think, for the start of the season. So, yes, we're ready for that, and everybody's ready for that, but you're right, the schedule gets us ready for that, especially mentally.